to have you here at HSN. All right, here we are. Not only a great Sunday thanks to our friend, this is our faves weekend, and of course, nobody a better friend or a better fave than the one and only Andrew Lessman, who's going to be joining us in just, oh, actually, do we have Andrew here? Hi there,
I am
Andrew.
here barely.
Well, happy weekend. I have to say, this is a today's special that I'm a super fan of. You know, I'm like you, I've got blue eyes. Linky, he's got one blue eye, one brown eye. This is something that we wait for you to do in the summer months, but boy, 2 years in the making, two great choices, one day only pricing. You produce and make for decades, really the world's finest eye support product, but this has never been better, never better formula, never better price. You have outdone yourself, my friend.
No, it's really a credit to my product development department and the team there. We've been working on this for many, many years. It's just the last 2 years we kind of finally got on the home stretch, which it just shows how long it takes to really perfect a new formula. And what you'll notice when you get this home is, unlike the prior Ultimate Eye, which is a powder in a two-piece capsule, this is a soft gel capsule. So inside are the contents of liquid, but not all the components are liquid, which required that we find the proper powdered granulation of those non-liquid components to suspend them in the liquid. So it was a really complicated process to make this not only so it works, but make this so it delivers more potency, more affordably, so it's more effective, it's more potent, and it's the lowest cost it's ever been. So it's really quite a dramatic accomplishment. If we look at the formula sheet, which we'll do in a moment, 20% more lutein than before, 20% more zeaxanthin than before. So for those of you who, it's a bit of a budget challenge to take 2 capsules a day. You could do 1 capsule a day and you're getting 20% more lutein, 20% more zeaxanthin, and you're also getting 20% more of the anthocyanins from bilberry. And you're also getting, we added zinc, we added copper, we added ahi flour that delivers stearidonic acid. We also added phosphatidylcholine. So it still is ideally a 2 capsule product, but now even at 1 capsule per day, you're getting significantly more than ever before, and it's lower price. I mean, to think that the difference between the Ultimate Eye and Ultimate Eye with astaxanthin is only $40, and that the Ultimate Eye with astaxanthin today is more affordable for the ingredients you're getting than Ultimate Eye without astaxanthin was last year. And last year was a great value, but it's just this new formula made everything more affordable. We were able, because of the addition of astaxanthin and combining it in, we were able to do this in a fashion that we got even better pricing on our astaxanthin. So across the board, this has just become a better value, a better opportunity. And I try not to dwell on the negative here, but life is not going to be kind to us if we don't take care of our bodies. And there's probably no better example or system or organ in our body than our eyes in terms of aging being an unkind process. Even for those of us who are the most healthy, there will still be changes in our vision, changes in our eyesight. So this is an opportunity to deliver the abundant tools that Mother Nature provides, but sadly, because of our diet, because of the way we live, unfortunately, we're not making those choices. So here's an opportunity to get the things, get the tools we need to protect our vision today, to deliver clear vision, to handle those more challenging times when the sunlight is bright or glare or driving at night. These things that change over the course of our lifetime. Here's an opportunity to give your body the tools that was part of the design for us to be able to provide for ourselves and protect for ourselves. But I guess when we were also provided the abundance around us to make those good decisions, we were also given free will. So we don't always make those great decisions. So this is an opportunity to make those decisions simple, affordably, because of the higher potency, even at 1 capsule per week, not 2 capsules per day, which is what I take, but 1 capsule per week. You're probably still more than doubling the lutein and zeaxanthin from the typical American diet. So it's a great opportunity to make a difference. And we have some standard charts I'll go over in a moment that I didn't go over those. I went over the science a bunch. I went over some of the testimonials and reviews, but this is an opportunity for me I want to go over the basic charts as well.
Sounds good. So speaking of basics, now remember, Andrew does this once a year and once a year only, but this was really a Today Special that was a couple of years in the making. There's never been a better time, whether you have relied on his world-class formula in the past, or whether you're choosing it with the astaxanthin or without. Now, I will tell you, on your choice with the astaxanthin, Rick, you said more than 3 to 1, 4 to 1. 4 to 1, most of us, like me, are doing the version with the astaxanthin. I was actually buying that on my own. So we're doing special pricing, special formula, special savings for today and today only. So 40, 120, 360 is normally where we top out in terms of the capsule count, the largest size. But you can see today and today only, now this is your choice with your astaxanthin, 720 caps. Obviously, you are saving more than you're spending. And that's one of the reasons that people like me, if you've been taking the astaxanthin separately, we're going with the version with. So any way you stack it, you can actually double your capsule size for less than you would spend for the 360 after today. But even if you go with the new enhanced formulation without astaxanthin, now remember, you're still getting more lutein, more zeaxanthin. It's still an amazing product. Choice is entirely up to you. 40, 120, 360, or 720. And Andrew, I'm just gonna jump ahead real quickly because I know we're talking about the science and the nuts and bolts, but just in terms of the value of the addition of the astaxanthin alone, honestly, that in the largest size, which is what most of us do, that alone is $160.
Well, the astaxanthin, again, that's one of the beauties of changing the nature of this formula that we can only do because we are an original manufacturer. Most of the products you see are made by contract manufacturers for other people. We make everything ourselves, and that's part of the reason, and I explained this earlier today, part of the benefits you always have is you don't see astaxanthin or lutein or zeaxanthin promoted or advertised separately. No one's really promoting those ingredients. So the folks who make those ingredients, they look at me as being the only person who sort of advertises them. And sure, all the other internet products and retail products at stores get to benefit from my discussing the importance of lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin. But that's the reason why we get such great support in terms of pricing. So that affords all of you an opportunity to get lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, to get the enhanced levels, 20% more lutein and zeaxanthin. The addition of astaxanthin alone, on its own, $159. But when you're getting it added into the Ultimate Eye, it only costs another $40. But again, the combined formula this year is better than the #1 choice last year, which was Ultimate Eye with a separate bottle of astaxanthin. Now you don't have to get a separate bottle of astaxanthin. And all of those combined is more affordable than the Ultimate Eye was on its own. So it's a great opportunity to give everything your body needs. And again, whether you're taking 1 capsule a week or 2 capsules per day, 1 capsule per day, you're still giving yourself the levels and the potency that makes a profound difference. And again, I always feel as though I have to distinguish this from say, medicines or drugs or things like that. Those are things that work on our body. What these ingredients are, literally lutein and zeaxanthin, these are what our body requires to work. That the very definition, when you look in your eye and you see the macular region of your eye, it appears the way it appears because of the presence of lutein and zeaxanthin. So lutein and zeaxanthin is very defining of the macular region of the eye itself, that critical part of our retina. So as I often say, we think in terms of bone being defined by the presence of calcium, and we know that. But even more so, our eye is defined by the presence of lutein and zeaxanthin, by the presence of DHA, the most important of the omega-3s that we'll discuss later. So these are ingredients that are critical for our vision today, the clarity of our vision. It's also critical for protecting our eye from the very act of seeing, because in order to see, we have to open our eyes. And here I am at altitude in Colorado. It's my favorite thing to do is mountain bike and run trails at altitude, between 8,000 and 14,000 feet of altitude here. And pretty much every day I'm out on the trails, me and Lincoln, or me, Lincoln, and Marcel. And so when you go out in altitude, the UV radiation, the sunlight, which is the most damaging force for our eyes, you're exposed significantly more at altitude than at sea level. So I've always been someone who took my lutein and zeaxanthin levels very, very seriously. And again, when they measure the function, when they measure the status of the retina and the macular region of your eye, they measure the density of that macular pigment. So it's a critical measure of the ability of your eye to function and protect itself. It's a critical measure of the health of your diet, and unfortunately, it's an indication of the status of the American diet that is not what it ought to be. And as I said earlier, when we can make a product like this, it's not as though it's a particularly magical blueprint that we follow. If you simply look at the anatomy, what your eye is made of, you look at the components in our diet that are necessary, that our body cannot produce, that are necessary for the structure and the function of our eye, the design of that formula is straightforward. We've been using lutein for almost 30 years, zeaxanthin for almost 20 years. So these are ingredients that for us, we have been including them in our products for decades, relatively recent for other formulas. And again, this is the most affordable opportunity to get these ingredients that are absolutely essential for the functioning of our eye and also for the long-term protection of our vision.
Absolutely, and done in a way that no one else in the world is doing. Andrew, as you know, I've been a super fan since you started doing this. I know I am upgrading to the version with the astaxanthin because there's certainly, and once more, remember that today's special pricing is one day only. This is our faves weekend. Andrew is certainly, he's our top brand. He is one of our faves for sure. We wait for this eye support today's special, but a couple of years in the making. It's never been done in this way. Best pricing ever. So remember, you just choose, do you want the version with the astaxanthin or without? Now remember, the value of the astaxanthin on that largest size is $160 on its own. But just case in point, now again, never a better formulation, never a better value. These are sizes that Andrew only does as a today's special. I'm doing that 7 to 20 count size, and most of us are, because why not? Yes, you're saving more than you're spending, but you can see you can literally double your capsule size for less than you would spend for the 360. Of course, you're also welcome to do the version without the astaxanthin, in which case you are still getting more lutein, more zeaxanthin. But Andrew, I think it bears mentioning, as you said it was Groundhog Day earlier. I mean, let's be honest, we've now got more blue lights that we're exposed to. We're online, we're on our computers, we're on our cell phones, we're all using that energy efficient lighting. Our eyes have always taken abuses, but I think there's never been a more clear time in history where we're being challenged more than ever before.
I remember when I was doing shows back in the day at QVC and information on the status of the show, someone would hand me a note to find out what the status was. What do I do today? Today, I'll look at my phone and they're letting me know the status of inventory. So we almost use our devices like a piece of paper. But every time we look at that device, we're exposing our eyes to blue light. When we look at a television, in the studio, the lights are great. They're not hot lights like they were when I started, but these cool lights have blue light. And again, so we're constantly exposing our eyes to ultraviolet radiation, which is one of the reasons why I wanted, looking at the research and the science, my goal was to make our standard Ultimate Eye have 6 milligrams of zeaxanthin, 12 milligrams of lutein. And that's what we accomplished with this new formula. 20% more potency. If we look at this chart to my right here, you're looking at 20% more potency of lutein and zeaxanthin. You're also looking at the addition of astaxanthin. Also, what's important to note is the 360 capsule supply of Ultimate Eye, the new formula with 20% more potency, is a better value than the prior. But the 720 capsule today of Ultimate Eye is the same price as the 360 normally. So today, again, when we do this once a year Today Special, this will not be a Today Special again for at least a year, you're getting buy one, get one free. If you're getting the Ultimate Eye with astaxanthin, it's better than a buy one, get one free, because I think the regular price isn't, you're paying $199 today, but remember, worst case, that lasts you 1 or 2 years. So it's a big investment, but it's not your typical 30 or 60, 90-day supply. It's a 1 or a 2 year supply. And even if you stretched it out further, because that's all your budget permitted, because it's so high in potency when you look all that we're delivering here, and we were following the blueprint that ARED's research, so we've added zinc, we've added copper, we have higher levels of vitamin E than before, higher levels of vitamin C than before. We put in our grapeseed and our green tea extract and our citrus bioflavonoid extract. Why? Because they're critical for healthy circulation to and from the eye. So whether you want a product that's going to help support you in the face of, say, your eyes becoming more dry as you've gotten older, challenges with night vision, you should read the reviews on night vision, or just the simple fact that every time you go to your eye doctor, your ophthalmologist, your optometrist, you do it with trepidation. or your ophthalmologist has told you it's important that you supplement lutein and zeaxanthin, you're going to find no better way to do so, no more comprehensive way to do so. We've been doing this for over 30 years. It's kind of like my hair, skin, and nail formula. I know when I talk about these things, or CoQ10. My hair, skin, and nail formula is almost 40 years old. My CoQ10, 36 years old. My eye formula, over 30 years old. That we've been creating specialized formulas using ingredients that people didn't contemplate for another couple of decades. So it's an indication of our experience. More, it's an indication of what a science nerd I am, that I'm immersed and buried in the science all the time, that I couldn't in good conscience make an eye formula 20 years ago without it containing lutein, or say a little over a decade ago without it including zeaxanthin, and more recently adding astaxanthin and making the formula with all of them more affordable than this original formula was without them. So as we look at that chart again, it is the most comprehensive formula you're going to find. Lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, the highest concentration of anthocyanins we can find from bilberry. Again, as I said, citrus bioflavonoid, green tea extract, black elder extract for further levels of anthocyanins. Also, grapeseed extract for healthy circulation. The zinc, copper, ahi flower. I'm not aware of another eye product that delivers the stearidonic acid from ahi flower extract, which is an amazing seed. And then phosphatidylcholine, because of its important role, not just in your liver and brain, but in the cell membranes that make up your eye. And if you look at the structure of the lutein, the two isomers of zeaxanthin and the astaxanthin, they perfectly straddle the cell membranes in our eye to deliver this incredible protection. And it's funny, most people think when you get immersed in the science, you sort of lose an appreciation for Mother Nature. But the more I get immersed in the science and I see the dimensions of those cell membranes, and I see the dimensions, the length of those protective molecules, and how they perfectly coincide, you appreciate the beauty of this divine design, that everything fits together perfectly, that if you provide it, your eyes can do a marvelous job working throughout your lifetime. But you have to provide these tools, these gifts. And lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, they are certainly gifts that play a wonderful role beyond just the health of your eyes and healthy vision, but in our brain, cardiovascular health. But the more you understand about the science, it doesn't lose any focus on how divine that blueprint is, that if we follow, we could deliver wonderful benefits. So I hope that help you realize that the abundance of tools around us is something that we could all take advantage of. And it's not just by swallowing my Ultimate Eye or any other eye supplement, but it's by refocusing our diet, because these are tools. When I talk about being abundant, they're abundant around us in nature, and that means the foods we consume. Unfortunately, we are not consuming things like kale and mustard greens and collard greens and spinach and green beans and peas that deliver the abundance of lutein and zeaxanthin, and the bilberry and the blueberries and the raspberries and the dark grapes that provide the anthocyanins that protect our night vision and protect the blood vessels and circulation of our eyes as well. So that's what this product solely focuses on, are those ingredients, because if we give our body the gifts our body requires, then the return on the investment to us is a lifetime of the vision we were really intended to have in the first place. But we could only breathe life into whatever our genetic blueprint might be, good, bad, or indifferent. We could blame our parents. We could only breathe life into that to the extent we focus on our diet and make sure those components that are abundant in nature are abundant in our diet or the supplements we consume.
Absolutely.
I hope for the former, but also the latter.
For sure. And it's interesting. I don't know if Jenny can read my mind or if I can read hers, but I was just going to make a quick little program adjustment. Normally we do a full airing of the Today's Special in our second hour of time together. That's really going to be a variety show, which is a lot of fun. But this is, because of the very limited quantities that we have, this is your last full airing, Andrew, correct?
And that, I'm sorry for that. We've gone so far beyond our anticipated quantities. And because of the nature of this product, it is a very complicated production for us. So we have way more quantity than we anticipated. We were able to produce more, but only so many more. That counter on the screen is way beyond what we had anticipated. So we'll probably have enough to last through the next couple of hours this evening, but only if this is our final presentation. We'll probably mention it literally just for 2 or 3 minutes at the end of the second hour, but normally we'd mention it for a half hour. That will not be able to happen tonight. So this is the final presentation. It will be available again. We'll have some quantity, I'm sure, in August, but it will be fully available in September, just not at this unique Today Special pricing. And that counter should give you a sense. As a manufacturer, that counter is the reason why it's so affordable this one day a year, because in one day we probably make 70, 80% of our capsules for the year. And we bring in the raw materials, so that economy, that affordability of manufacturing production is the incredible savings that we get to offer once a year. And that's why we make it a 720 capsule supply. Whether you use it for yourself or for a loved one, you can get enough to last until our Today Special next year, which will be somewhere, the earliest it might be is May, the latest it would be is somewhere in June or July. So it will last perfectly until our next Today Special.
Absolutely. So I'm going to have to grab my phone so I can get mine, because the 720 count, that's the one we all want, especially the version with the astaxanthin. That is overwhelmingly the most popular choice. You can see that little counter. I always get that question, and Andrew, I know you do too. Is that counter real? Yes, it is. And like Andrew said, go ahead.
I'm the one who asks. I'm the one who asks, is that count real? Because to me, it just seems like science fiction. Because when you do the math on that, we have to make tens of millions of capsules to make a Today Special like this. And mind you, this is a product that if we went back until in April, this product wasn't even in final production. So we have to make all of these products for this event in a short window of time for everyone. That's another reason I often say that, yes, fresh produce is the best way to eat and protect our body in general. But I would say most of our products, when you get a Today Special, they're fresher than the produce you're looking at in your supermarket, because this product was probably just made in the last week or 2 or 3 weeks at most to be delivered to HSN and then directly delivered to you.
Absolutely. So if you are just channel surfing, welcome into HSN. This is our Faves Weekend, and Andrew is that. Andrew Lessman makes the world's finest vitamins. This is your final presentation of his once a year and once a year only Today's Special, but done in a way that is profoundly, listen, it's always been amazing, but you've got 2 choices, and with your final look, I really want to encourage you to try this, because yes, every product has a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee here at HSN, but we don't even tongue-in-cheek say Andrew's products are a feel the difference. This is most decidedly a see the difference product, and that is whether you are choosing it with the version with astaxanthin or without. So remember, if you are channel surfing, this is it. We do not have enough inventory to support a full airing next hour. So just use that information for what you will. In particular, if you want, whoopsie, I'm just gonna jump back here. In particular, if you want the 720 count size with the astaxanthin, like Andrew said, it's really a buy one, get one free. Obviously, you are saving more than you are spending, but as an example, I really do have to grab my phone because I gotta get mine. But because we're in the hundreds, I believe, remaining, or pretty close to that on that 720 with the astaxanthin. But you can see, you can actually double that capsule size for less than you will spend for the 360 at the stroke of midnight. We know this, you know, at this point though, quantities are dwindling for sure. So consider that. 720 is also only offered when it's here as a Today's Special. Also, you do have the choice of doing an amazing product without the astaxanthin. Now remember, you're still getting more lutein, you're still getting more astaxanthin. So this is very, very limited in any of your choices. And then again, just real quickly to show you the value of the astaxanthin alone, $160 on that 720 count size. I can't recommend it strongly enough. Andrew, I gotta tell you, this is a product that I loved the original concept. I was buying the astaxanthin separately. Love that Max L plus C that we'll talk about in a moment. But I am one of those people, I've got light blue eyes like you do. In the last couple of years, we've got more energy efficient lights, but I was noticing, man, I was noticing more eye strain and just discomfort, and I'm online all the time. I know for myself, I've noticed a big difference since adding the Max L plus C and the astaxanthin, so this is a perfect choice.
And astaxanthin, despite its wide-ranging benefits, what the research is really focused on is astaxanthin's ability to sort of support our vision and our eyes in this sort of modern context, which is eye stress, eye strain, accommodation. We take it for granted, but say you look at your phone and then you look away, and you look at your phone and you look away. We do that all day long, a computer monitor, whatever it is. That is hard work. It's called accommodation. Or we go from a bright shining light in our eye and we look away. That's also hard work, where you're forcing your eye to constantly adjust to different levels of light. In nature, the way we were really born to live, it got bright when the sun came up and it got dark when it went down. Maybe it was cloudy sometimes, but we didn't have these dramatic differences in constant change of focus, in light intensity, and certainly the blue light, the high energy light that is now typical of it's interesting. The lighting is more efficient in terms of the energy it's required to provide that light and that illumination for us. But it's not as healthy for our vision in terms of the spectrum. That high energy spectrum is more damaging to our eyes. So we want to make sure, yes, our body is a remarkable, wonderful thing, and nature provides wonderful tools, but we have to take advantage. We have to avail ourselves of those tools, or there's going to be potential issues. So what I wanted to read, typically in the past, these were the charts I always read. It's the charts that kind of summarize a formula. But today, I focused exclusively on the science, on the research, quotes from the science and the research, and some of the science and research on lutein and zeaxanthin and cognitive function, brain function, memory, verbal memory, visual processing, all of these things with lutein and zeaxanthin, where I think one day in the future, just like PC liver became PC liver and brain, I think one of these days, this product's going to become ultimate eye and brain support. But that's a whole nother area of science. What I wanted to do was just read the basic summary charts, the charts that give a sense of what this formula, what its original design intention was. So it helps protect the retina and the macula from normal age-related changes and oxidative damage. That's because lutein and zeaxanthin, the ingredients in our diet that our body cannot produce, those ingredients are the primary ingredients here, as is astaxanthin. Helps combat normal age-related changes in clarity, density, and thickness of the lens of the eye. All of us, the lens of our eye will change as we age. Absolutely, positively will change. It's up to us, the way we live, the way we nourish our body, how that change is going to be based upon our genetics and our own anatomy and physiology. Lutein and zeaxanthin actually absorbs harmful blue light, protects the macula and retina from ultraviolet radiation. It's the design of our body. It's not my design of our body. It is the God-given design of our body. I'm just following that script and following that blueprint. Promotes healthy visual accommodation and night vision. As we continue, lutein and zeaxanthin are present in all tissues of the eye and most concentrated in the central macula, the retina, and lens. The parts of our eye that work the hardest, that are subjected to the greatest oxidation by high-energy radiation over the course of all of our lifetimes. They are essential to healthy, normal vision, particularly as we age. Their protective benefits have been consistently validated in extensive human, clinical, and large population studies. These are not new ingredients. These are ingredients that have been subject to decades of studies involving, when you look at epidemiologic study, population studies involving tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of individuals. Lutein and zeaxanthin are optical pigments, meaning they're required for vision and the protection of the retina and its macular region. There is no body tissue with higher concentration of lutein and zeaxanthin than the retina and its macular region. Nothing comes close. Even though the brain is second, nothing comes close to the retina. Despite their importance to vision and eye health, lutein and zeaxanthin cannot be produced by the body. The American diet provides less than 2.5 grams daily of lutein and zeaxanthin. Typically, it's about 1.5 to 1.7 grams. So your daily dose is 10 times more. For optimal health, eye experts recommend, physicians recommend at least 6 to 14 milligrams daily of these essential optical pigments. So even at 1 capsule per day, you're looking at 9 milligrams. At 2, you're looking at 18. Substantial dietary change and supplements are the only way to correct this serious public health problem. That is the deficiency of lutein and zeaxanthin in the American diet. Sorry, I haven't done these all day, so it's important that I do them. The center of the retina, I talk about this all the time. It's called the macula lutea. Macula meaning yellow spot, lutea meaning macula meaning spot, lutea meaning yellow. So lutein, its very name, means yellow. The macula is bright yellow because of its high concentration of lutein and zeaxanthin. They act as protective optical filters, help to improve visual acuity, how sharp your vision is, enhance contrast. And we all love contrast on our phones, on our TVs. Don't we want healthy contrast in our vision? Lutein and zeaxanthin are critical for that. And reduce visual discomfort under glare conditions, which as we get older becomes more and more challenging. Healthy vision requires the optical pigments lutein and zeaxanthin. They are critical to the eye's protective system and are most concentrated in the eye's most vulnerable tissues. They help to naturally combat the normal age-related changes in the retina, the lens, and macula, which all of us are facing. Not those of us with eye health issues. All of us are going to experience changes in our vision. Neither lutein nor zeaxanthin can be produced by the body. The typical American diet provides low levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, and those levels only tend to decrease with age. Nutritional supplements are the only other source for these two vital vision-producing and vision-protecting molecules. And lutein is fairly abundant in a very healthy diet. Zeaxanthin is not. This is a little repetitive. The lens, retina, and macula are constantly bombarded by harmful blue light and UV radiation. Lutein and zeaxanthin are perfectly designed and ideally situated to absorb harmful radiation before it damages critical eye tissues. Lutein and zeaxanthin protect the retina and its macula from normal age-related changes and from oxidative damage. The highest concentration of lutein, zeaxanthin, and DHA omega-3 are found in the centralmost region of the retina. Zeaxanthin is almost exclusively concentrated in the most critical part of the macula to protect it from oxidative damage. The typical American diet, again, contains only trace amounts of zeaxanthin, and until recently, most eye supplements contained none at all. Still, many only contain lutein. I could continue. Most of this I've talked about earlier today. I just know it's often beneficial to see it in sort of black and white on the charts. But again, the ingredients in this product are not ingredients of my choosing. These are ingredients that were chosen thousands and thousands of years ago. It's part of the design of our body. And if we pay attention to that design and how it can protect us and support a healthy lifetime of vision, then we're going to be eating foods differently or supplementing differently. With this product, it's affordable to supplement these critical ingredients.
Well, they are going for sure. And Andrew, I did my own interpretation of a Jackson Pollock film or painting in the studio.
Right.
So this even, what is that?
But what you're looking at there is you're looking at carotenoids, lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin. Combined in that product, there's over 20,000 micrograms in that product. And it just gives you a sense. You could take that, and if you had a white plate and you could spread it out evenly, that little capsule can make that plate dark orange, not even yellow, but dark orange, and it could be like a square meter in size. That's how potent. I always wonder when you look at products like this or a turmeric, why did anyone ever bother to invent artificial colors? When these natural pigments, of course, they're very expensive, that's the reason, when these natural pigments are so unbelievably powerful and protective. And the way they work, if you put red or yellow sunglasses on, of course they'd protect your eyes, but they would diminish the light reaching your eyes so your vision would suffer. They might seem a little sharper, but it would diminish the light. What's incredible, and this is, again, this incredible God-given blueprint, when you introduce those pigments naturally inside your body, they provide that filtering protection. But because of this elegant interaction between your eye and your brain, there's no reduction, there's no diminution, there's no diminishing the light that reaches your retina and the image that reaches your brain or the image you see. So this is Mother Nature, this is our God-given blueprint at its very best when those pigments perform that filtering work that we could perform, say, with sunglasses, but it performs it inside our body, and all it does is enhance our vision, enhance the clarity, help us get better vision even in bright light. So it really is, it's a wonderful, incredible invention, our eye and our eyesight. It truly is. But given how it works and the high energy radiation we're exposed to, we either pay attention to its requirements or we pay the consequences. And we all have different genetics. We all have different issues. And it's up to us to listen to our body, pay attention to our diet, and then supplement appropriately given our diet, given our genetics, and given our lifestyle.
Absolutely. Well, they are going for sure. So a couple of just program notations. Andrew Lessman is here. It's our Faves weekend. He is easily that, and not just because he's our #1 brand and our lowest return rate. Who would have thunk it on vitamins? But this, just like his healthy hair, skin, and nails, or his circulation and vein, this has a pretty high standard of performance. I mean, you get it at home, and we say Andrew Lessman products are feel the difference. This is literally, I guess pun intended, you know, a see the difference product. Read those reviews. They read like love letters. But normally when I close the day with Andrew, this is a one a day only today's special. We do two airings of the today's special. That is not happening. In fact, you can see that final presentation banner at the top of your screen. Rick, I'll defer to my producer. Is it fair to say with the quantities that we have remaining, we probably are in the hundreds on any of the choices? Okay. So whether you're choosing it with astaxanthin or without astaxanthin, easy for me to say, astaxanthin, we are in the hundreds of only on either one of those choices. So remember, you choose it with astaxanthin or without. Best pricing in history, one day only value, $40, $120, $360, and $720. Best formulation, no other eye product like it in the world. Best savings, certainly saving more than you are spending. Most of us, and obviously if you're going to choose it, I would certainly recommend that you do it now, because overwhelmingly, in fact, I know Andrew said that's what we're doing. Basically, this is your last airing, is to try to keep some available after this show. I don't know that that would be the case, but in particular, if you want that 720 count with the astaxanthin, I would really recommend that you choose it now. It's really kind of a buy one, get one. And then if you want, they're all buy one, get one, aren't they?
They're all great values. So the 720s are going very fast. And I think the with astaxanthin is a 4 or 5 to 1 choice over the without astaxanthin. And I probably 2/3 are the large size. But even just to try it, it's an opportunity to change the rest of your life. Because once you see the benefits, and I encourage you, I'll read some reviews. Almost all the reviews, I think our eyes are that part of our body that if we're behaving well, we're seeing our ophthalmologist or optometrist at least once or twice a year. Because we want, right now, it's totally non-invasive for the doctor to look at your retina. It's totally non-invasive to get your pressures taken, check the pressure of your eye in terms of the glaucoma. So you want to really do that at least once or twice a year. So I think so many of us are well connected to our ophthalmologist or optometrist that a product like this gets shown to them, and it should be shown to them. And the feedback, the reviews here, probably just a couple of dozen reviews there, almost invariably it's language such as don't change what you're doing, continue doing exactly what you're doing, or asking for the information on the product because they want to take the product themselves. So it's formulated to deliver exactly what supports, based on the science, supports your body's ability to protect the really fragile structures in our eye. And I guess they're not so much fragile if you consider what they have to endure. That all day long, if we're letting radiation into our eyes. We know what radiation, sunlight can do to our skin. We know it could do to, say, a newspaper or things like that. We see how things yellow rapidly. So imagine how well designed that eye is to protect itself from that kind of workload. So, and what protects it are those specific carotenoids. And again, I talk about the dimensions, sort of the thickness of the cell membranes. And the thickness of those cell membranes, that's the exact length of lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, because they straddle those cell membranes. It's really amazing. The more you dig into the science, and I think it was Albert Einstein who said something to the effect of that someone had asked him that the more you learned about the science and how the universe works, you probably become less religious. And I think he said something exactly to the opposite of that. The more you see the wonder and the marvel of how beautifully everything is integrated and designed, the more religious or spiritual you become. And certainly when you look at the elegance of the design of our eye and how it works and how those components can work, again, if we provide them to our body, and again, I get back to, we're also given free will. We were given this wonderful world around us, but free will to choose what we put in our body. And we're not necessarily making the best choices when it comes to getting those protective compounds in our body, or things like smoking. We often don't think about it. Smoking is definitely not in the best interests of the structures of our eye. Certainly having blood sugar levels that aren't well controlled, not in the best interests of the fragile structures of our eye. So there's a lot of things we can do to manage the health of our eyes, and invariably it goes to a better lifestyle, a better diet, and focusing on the specific ingredients I'm talking about today.
Well, and there's no better way, there's no better time to do it. Remember, this is your final presentation. And Andrew, like you said, you read those reviews, they read like love letters. I'm so delighted that listen, I was happy to buy my astaxanthin separately. And don't forget, we do have another today's special with our Maximum L+Z in just a few moments. But Andrew, I make the analogy, we think about the comfort of our eyes, and we don't really realize the onslaught of, like you said, from the moment we're born, our eyes are oxidizing. But anyone who's ever had an eyelash in your eye, or even like a little piece of dirt, we really become attuned to the discomfort of our eye. So if there's a way to support the good health of our eye naturally, I just can't think of a better way or a better time to do it, especially with this formulation.
Or just dry eyes. Dry eyes is something that as we get older, it becomes more common. Air conditioning, pollen could be irritating to our eyes. Heating our environment in winter. Our skin dries out, our eyes dry out. So the ingredients in this product certainly are omega-3 products as well. These are products that are designed to help support the systems that our eye wants to keep its tissues moist, because our vision is more clear when our eyes have a proper moisture level. And of course, irritation is not in the best interest of the surface of our eye, the cornea of our eye. So again, when you deliver these ingredients, whether it's night vision that gets challenged as we get older, whether, as I just said, whether it's the dryness of our eye that gets challenged as we get older, whatever the circumstances might be, we all are unique. And we can always blame our parents for what our genetics can be, but ultimately, we have to figure out how to get along with whatever genetics are. So whether it's dry eye, whether it's night vision, whether it's lutein and zeaxanthin, and making sure we have adequate levels of those pigments that define the optical pigments in our eye, the macular pigments, because we want to take care of our retina, take care of the macular region of our retina, because they are changing. We are aging. And our eye is one of those parts of our body. We see our skin aging. We see all the different systems and tissues in our body aging. Our eye is one of those that's quite visible to all of us. And it's something that, to the extent we can give it what it needs to age a bit more gracefully, I think in general, our life is more gracefully lived as we get older. But what I wanted to do, I just had some interesting charts here. I actually have a few dozen, and I just grabbed them off the top. But if you went online and just did a little research and just typed in lutein and zeaxanthin and brain and memory, and you even went to the National Institute of Health database, so you went to serious scientific research, what you're going to find is as much research today on lutein and zeaxanthin and astaxanthin in the brain as you could find on those ingredients in the eye 20 or 30 years ago. That's why one day this will be the new ultimate eye and brain support, not just eye. But from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, very serious journal, zeaxanthin concentrations in brain tissue were significantly related to global cognitive function, memory retention, verbal fluency, and cognition. Lutein was related to recall and verbal fluency. So here we are talking about the most important criteria of brain function, and higher zeaxanthin levels was associated or related to better function, lower zeaxanthin levels with lesser function. From nutrition reviews, the association of lutein with more than one cognitive function, the higher lutein concentrations in all areas of the brain evaluated, and the fact that these associations remained statistically significant after controlling for potential confounding factors, all support a role for lutein in age-related cognitive health. When they look at older individuals with healthy lutein and zeaxanthin levels, they also observe that they have healthier brain and cognitive function. Nutrition reviews, again, examination of a relationship between cognition and lutein levels in brain tissue from a population-based study of adults found that among the carotenoids, only lutein was consistently associated with a wide range of cognitive measures that included executive function, language, learning, and memory, which are all associated with specific brain regions. Those are also brain functions that are associated with youthful properties. The rationale supporting a role for lutein in cognitive function is based on the following observations. This is actually quite straightforward. Lutein is the predominant carotenoid in the brain. So it's throughout life, early life, late life, it's the predominant carotenoid, closely followed by zeaxanthin. Primate retinal lutein concentrations, we are primates, macular pigment density are related to brain lutein concentrations. So meaning, the more, if you look at lutein levels in your eye, that's going to indicate lutein levels in your brain. So healthy lutein levels in your eye, healthy lutein levels in your brain, and that macular pigment density is related to cognitive function. So the better your macular pigment density, the more you're taking care of your eyes with lutein and zeaxanthin, the more you're taking care of your brain. And lastly, lutein supplementation in adults improves cognitive function. That says it all. So if you've been enjoying the benefits of my lutein and zeaxanthin for the past few decades, I have to apologize that it's not just your eyes that it's enjoying that benefit, but you've also been supporting your brain. And for many of you out there, I suspect you're probably shaking your head saying, yeah, I knew that. So again, it's an opportunity to do something far greater than simply just take care of your eyes. I say that about so many of my products. Omega-3s, when I introduced them 40 years ago, it was all about the heart. All I talked about was heart health benefits. Now I speak about the brain, I speak about the eye, and I speak about the heart, and the science is just as compelling in all of the three. So it's amazing how when you do good things for your body, all you find is there are sort of dividends on your investment. There's no side effects to worry about. It's just as yet undiscovered benefits, and this product is no exception.
It's really true. I know you see that clock at the bottom of your screen, and I'm just kind of paraphrasing. There's so much to get to, and remember, this is your final presentation. But even like the first chart of testimonial I grabbed, it's just exactly what you were talking about, Andrew. For 4 years, my eyes have been dry. I go to the doctor every 3 months. I started taking Ultimate Eye Support. This customer took the product to her doctor because her eyes didn't feel dry anymore, and the doctor wanted to buy the vitamins. I mean, we hear things like that all the time. So yes, one day only pricing is certainly something that we herald, and we know we're now in the final hundreds of any of the choices in sizing. But at the end of the day, with over 2,000 reviews and nearly 2,000, approaching 2,000, over 1,600 of those are perfect 5-star, it really is a see the difference product, and there's no better day to try it.
No, it's a nice opportunity. It's sort of implicit in all this is if we do nothing, if we say smoke, if we don't eat any green leafy vegetables, just what's going to happen is our eyes are going to realize that their least potential. Whatever our genetic potential is, we either breathe life into it or we don't live up to it. And when it comes to a product like this, hopefully it serves as a reminder of really the kind of the omnipotence our diet and lifestyle have. We are given a great deal of power. It's a little hard, we're all human. I try to do my best. I don't always make perfect decisions, but to the extent I might not eat perfectly for my brain, eye, heart health, whatever it might be, there are ingredients that we've identified, and it's crystal clear. It's crystal clear what benefits us out of nature. And it's also now wonderfully available to deliver those in a supplement. I hope that for everyone, my product is just underscoring the benefits you're already getting from your diet rather than being sort of an insurance. But either way, it's an opportunity to give your body what it needs in terms of your eyesight, which is something that's critical to the quality of our life, in giving nutrients that are well established, clinically established for decades, to be part of the eye's normal, natural system for functioning and its very structure, but also protecting itself long term. So yes, it's great. Sharper vision today is great. Having better ability to contend with glare and bright light and dark light and accommodation of those things, that's all wonderful in the near term. But it's also great to know that you're giving your body what it needs to protect your eyes from the inevitable issues that arise from being exposed to radiation when they're working. And that means all the time because they're working all the time.
Absolutely. Side benefits for your brain as well. I know you see that clock getting ready to expire. Don't forget, we've got another today's special in the Maximum L plus C. That's another personal favorite of mine. Next hour will actually be a variety show. So this is your last full presentation of that today's special. So just real quickly, if you are channel surfing, Andrew Lessman, yes, he's part of our Faves weekend. He is our #1 brand. He's our lowest return rate. Who would have thunk it on vitamins? So if you're discovering HSN for the first time, you know, I think we all understand the value of our vision, whether we're challenging it with all those Bluetooth devices, our cell phones, our tablets, our laptops. There's certainly never been a more challenging time in history, but this is a today's special. So this is your last full presentation. Choose it in the special formulation. Well, they're both special, but you can choose it with astaxanthin or without. Remember, even on the without astaxanthin, you're still getting more lutein and zeaxanthin, but on the 40, 120, 360, and 720, really a buy one, get one. Then, of course, in the same savings are great whether you choose it with or without the astaxanthin. Just real quickly, there's the value of the astaxanthin alone. And Andrew, you know, it's so interesting because even in our vernacular, I mean, our lexicon, our language, you know, a feast for the eyes, she's easy on the eyes, you eat with your eyes. There's so many analogies that really show how profound our eyesight is. This is just a great way to support that.
Well, and our kind of as we were discussing before, we think of our brain as being the central nervous system. It's the center of all the processing. And all our 5 senses are really just an extension of our brain. It's how we process the world and the universe around us. It just so happens for human beings, vision, I mean, I watch my dogs out in the yard at night here in Colorado, and I know if there's any wildlife nearby. They don't have to see it, I just see their nose in the air. So their sense of smell, I watch them when they walk in snow, and I see the footprints of an animal, and they're not looking at those footprints, they're just following them. So for humans, our eyesight is our preeminent, our paramount, our most important of our senses. And that's why letting that radiation it's challenging to our vision. So I think it's important, it's common sense. Hopefully we all talk about survival instinct. Hopefully it's that survival instinct that kicks in and encourages everyone to eat more green leafy vegetables, more purple berries and fruits, because those are the protective compounds. That's what we focus on in this product. There's no magic in this product except that we went to the best sources and we put it together for you at the best concentrations, their natural forms, to deliver the benefits that are certainly best achieved from the healthiest of diets. But unfortunately, zeaxanthin is virtually impossible to achieve at healthy levels. Lutein can be achieved, but it's just not the way that we're eating currently. So it's just an opportunity. And for those of us who simply are watching this broadcast, then all I hope it does, it encourages you maybe to modify your diet a little bit. Those green leafy vegetables, they're the friends of your healthy vision. Those purple berries, friends of healthy vision. So I encourage everyone to make those changes. Whether you get this product, whether you try another company's product, those are changes that everyone will benefit from in their diet.
So wait a minute, did Popeye have better vision than Bugs Bunny then?
Oh, the funny thing is, and that's funny you should say that, I've joked about that before, because carrots, when it comes to lutein and zeaxanthin, you'd have to consume probably 500 carrots to equal the daily dose of either lutein or zeaxanthin in this product. But in spinach, it would have to be probably 5 to 7 cups. So Popeye was 100 times smarter than Bugs Bunny. Who knew?
Who knew?
See the important things. But I actually think that Popeye was also a better actor than Bugs Bunny as well.
I would have to agree with you there. I mean, you know, there was a reason that he never saw Elmer Fudd coming. I mean, seriously. Well, Andrew, I know it's proven to be
I won't do my impressions of any of those, of Elmer Fudd or Bugs Bunny.
Close.
I do impressions of all 3, but I'll skip it. Yes.
I was so close. See, I'm trying to be good. You know, this whole Skyping thing is keeping me on better behavior. That's a side benefit, although, of course, we do miss seeing you in person. It's so nice so that we get to share these benefits for today and today only. Of course, it is official. This is your final presentation, and we have dipped into the hundreds remaining on any one of your choices. Or go ahead, Andrew.
But the good thing, because we're not doing a second presentation, and so if someone arrives home before midnight, there'll still probably be some left over. If we do a second presentation, it will be gone. But people live in different time zones. They might not be able to watch my shows. They might not want to watch my shows. But at least the product will still be available at hsn.com. I would say we're going to be comfortable till at least midnight. So that's why we're doing no second airing. So I'm sorry, but we'll keep it available. We'll have enough to last until then, I hope.
Absolutely. Well, I know I'm getting mine. Most of us are doing the 720 count size, the version with the astaxanthin. So this is something that is relatively newer in your repertoire, Andrew, and it's so nice to see it at this special pricing. So you have to fill in the broad strokes for everybody. So special purchase pricing, of course, and another today's special, 30, 60, 120, or 240. Andrew, now this is something your optometrist actually asked you about, or how did this come about?
Well, not just mine. This was something that when I went to see, and I also make sure that every year I'm checking my eye pressure. I'm looking at the health of my retina. That used to be an unpleasant and an invasive process, but nowadays it's a big nothing, and it's so important to do. It's just sharing that information to check the pressure on your eye, to make sure you're examining the retina of your eye. That's something you should do on a regular basis. But when my doctor, of course, is familiar with my Ultimate Eye product, and he said what he would really love is, first of all, if that product was 12 and 6 instead of 10 and 5. So we changed it to 12 and 6 instead of 10 and 5. That's a 20% more potency. But then he said he'd love to have a booster that was 12 milligrams lutein, 6 milligrams of zeaxanthin for certain of his patients that he needed to provide with enhanced levels of macular pigment, that needed that additional macular pigment density. So we went to work, and this product was introduced April of last year. So just a little over a year ago, it was introduced. So for those of you who say, take one capsule of Ultimate Eye a day, you want to boost the lutein and zeaxanthin, this is perfect. Or you might just be taking a multivitamin and say, you don't need all the comprehensive support of Ultimate Eye, which I think everyone should really start there as a foundation, but you're just following your doctor's orders and you want the 6 and 12 of lutein and zeaxanthin, then here you have it. So this is the highest concentration of lutein and zeaxanthin in a single capsule, incredibly affordable because these are two of the most expensive ingredients we deal with. So it's, and again, my ophthalmologist was not the first person to recommend this to me because I certainly read the same request in the emails and letters that I receive that you wanted to see our Ultimate Eye taken up to 12.6 from 10.5. And you wanted, if we could do it, a separate lutein and zeaxanthin booster because some folks had that specific recommendation. I got that recommendation not because I was having trouble with my eyes. I was getting that recommendation because I spend so much time outdoors. And especially, I spend, and I've done this for over 30 years, I go to the mountains. That's where I love to hike and mountain bike. And you go to the mountains, you're going up in where the air is thin, ultraviolet radiation is much higher. So I was recommended that to protect my vision because I wanted to be healthy over the course of my lifetime. And I significantly exposed myself to higher amounts of radiation because here we're sitting at over 8,000 feet of altitude right here. And when I exercise with Lincoln and things here, we're mostly between 10 and 12,000 feet and as high as 14,000 feet.
Well, and you know, I think when it comes to really utilizing God's tools or nature's benefit, nobody does that in a way like you, Andrew. I'm with you though. You almost took the words out of my mouth. I do buy this, whether it's special purchase pricing or not, because you're right. It's normally one of those investment in you and your good health, especially for those of us who do challenge our eyes. We're all doing Zoom meetings. We're all spending.
We all do.
We're all in front of those devices more so and for longer periods than ever.
And even today, remember those old big cathode ray TV tubes, the big TVs that were like 3 feet deep? But now we look at these incredible TVs. What are they? They're like 3/4 of an inch thick. But those TVs, again, they're LEDs. And so all of these things, the lights here that I'm sitting in my house, it's amazing. These lights, they weigh like 3 pounds. And they're super bright. They're not even hot. They're LEDs. So again, all this blue light, all this radiation we're all being exposed to all the time. I don't look at a piece of paper to see what our quantities available are. I'm looking at my phone. So, and during the day when I'm working on my laptop. So we are constantly exposing ourselves to things that challenge our vision. And of course, even outdoors, the sun is the most powerful source of radiation that could damage the tissues in our eyes. So lutein and zeaxanthin, those are the optical filters that are, if you want to go back to, if you just look in nature, lutein and zeaxanthin present in plants. Why is it present in plants? Because these carotenoids serve to protect the plants. Because how do they grow? Chlorophyll has to be out in sunlight to do the photosynthetic work that provides all the energy in our world. Because all the energy in the world, whether you're looking at coal or crude oil or any of that, all the energy in our world comes from the sun. My solar panels at my factory, it comes from the sun. So when you're looking at the incredible energy that this solar radiation provides, you're looking at a force that could damage us. Plants, millions of years ago, developed a tool to protect themselves. And those tools are, among other things, carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin. And guess what? We human beings were smart enough, wasn't our credit, but the designer of this human body was smart enough to use those carotenoids, lutein